Okay, excuse me. Whew. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this morning at 10 a.m., before I even started broadcasting, I received an incredibly generous $100 tip. $100. Oh, I'd like to dance, but I don't really have energy. Hold on. My nose is running again. This is ridiculous. I can't even shout out stuff because my nose won't stop running. Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna read it. Cheers from Kino Casino. They really are good guys over there, man. They go after people, sure, but people who deserve it. You've been maligned for years. It's just unfair. Take care, bro. So, that is awesome. Thank you to whoever this is. They didn't put a name on it. But, as I said, yeah, these guys from Kino Casino, you're going to be really nice to me. And, you know, can I be honest? Can I talk a little bit about it? Would you guys like to talk a little bit about it? Because a lot of people have been asking me stuff about this recently. So this is anonymous. Okay. So, basically, I think what's happening is it's pretty simple, all right? Over the years, there's been a group of people on the internet called Lolcows, okay? Typically, these are people who end up getting a group of haters, trolls, detractors, whatever you want to call them, who do everything in their power to mess with them, to elicit a response, correct? That's really what it is. Lolcow culture is like, we're going to do stuff to mess with someone's life, to milk them, essentially, for content, right? Now, I've been grouped in with this group of people, but it's groups of people such as Low Tier God, Wings of Redemption, Boogie, and many others. Okay, it's not just us, but we're like the more prominent ones people know about, right? But I think what's been happening in the last several years, and it's been a long time coming, in my opinion, and you could see the writing on the wall, just that a lot of people don't want to see it, is that once you get to a certain point, okay, it kind of gets tired. The narrative continues so long, and what you start to see is a division. You start to see people who are like, oh, well, if people are going to make fun of me and mess with me, I'm gonna ride that wave. I'm going to use that as my way to get over on the internet. I'm going to take that bag. I'm going to make money doing it. I'm going to milk my trolls and get them to come watch content that I'm making that's Lolcow-esque and the like. On the flip side of that, there's people who are involved with this who are like, I just want nothing to do with this. I'm just a normal person. I don't know how I ever got involved to begin with, right? I got sucked in against my will. And all I want to do is sit here and make a living, having fun, chilling with you guys, and be left alone. Really, I want nothing. I want nothing to do with it at all, correct? Nothing. So, the funny part about this is, it's gone two ways. Some of these lolcows went so far in one way that now they have the entire ire of the internet on them. Take a look at what's been going on with Boogie recently, right? I mean, that's his fault. I warned him. You can't be having your end-all be-all on the internet be that you're a lolcow and just continuously be involved with drama and over-the-top nonsense and doing it on purpose to make money. It's not going to turn out well for you, right? But he does what he wants to do. He doesn't listen to anyone. He makes the same mistakes over and over. And he ends up where he is right now, okay? For me, I've done everything I can to avoid it. And the thing is, if you follow me, right, you'll see the difference between me and these other people. Every freaking week or two, there's new drama involving these people, right? Every week or two, there's something new going on, that they've done something ridiculous, over-the-top, nonsensical. And it's like, what is going on? With me, it's like, why are people even bringing my name up? What has happened dramatic with me in the last several months to a couple of years, honestly? The shit that people bring up is exactly the same shit that they brought up for the past 5 years. Nothing new has happened. Nothing new is happening. I've grown. I've improved. I make less mistakes now than I ever did before. And all I want to do is be left alone. I don't want to live as part of Lolcow culture. I don't want to milk it. I don't want to make money off of it. I just want to make positive content for my audience, right? I want to be left alone. That's a far different attitude than the people who lean into it, right? For personal gain. So what's happened is a couple things. Number one, I think in the last few years, people have started to separate me from the other Lolcows, especially when Keemstar was dying to have me on his stupid ass podcast, and I refused. And I basically gave him the middle finger and said, fuck you, I want nothing to do with you or your content, ever. I'm not like you, okay? I think a lot of people respected that. You know, said, wow, we thought for sure someone, you know, if Phil claims he's hard up on money sometimes, and we thought for sure he'd take the payday and he'd jump on there with the other clowns, right? But he didn't. I think that actually built up a lot of respect in different communities for me. Not to say that these communities like me, but these are communities that used to group me in with the worst of the worst. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Actually sounds like he's actually not that bad anymore, right? Now, on the flip side of this, what's happened over the years is those people who used to be my biggest critics, the people who used to be my milkers and milk me for content, have finally had the tables turned on them, right? All of a sudden, their closets cracked open and a giant pile of skeletons jumped out. And as the skeletons jumped out, people were like, wait a minute. Hold on a second. This is the person who used to rail on Phil every day for stuff, but look at all this dirty laundry that just spilled out. They're no better than him. In fact, they're worse than him because they had all this shit that actually was going on. And I've said this over the years, and I'll say it again. I personally feel the reason why there are people who full-time do this kind of like harsh drama content against people is because they're miserable in real life, right? Like, take a look at someone like Reviewtechusa, who for the years and years and years of content that I've put out, that's been positive content for my audience, he always has to be there to make fun of every little thing, every idiosyncrasy that I do, right? He's the one who every year literally has an annual party to celebrate my incident from May of 2016. 8 years annually, this guy celebrates accidental masturbation. I want you to think about that. This is like a big highlight for his life. Now, if you said that to anyone outside of the internet and said, there's a guy who literally celebrates that someone accidentally whacked off on camera every year, they'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with that person? What, are they mentally ill? Well, probably. Yeah, because who else would celebrate that? Like, all it is someone like him looks at someone like me and wants to celebrate my mistakes and shortcomings to make him feel better about himself, right? Because in reality, if you take a look at Reviewtech versus me, his content is toxic, his content is harmful, his content is drama. He has 1 million subs because he makes toxic, harmful drama content. It's the lowest common denominator. It's the easiest kind of content you can make on the internet. It's trash, okay? That's why he's popular, because those people went and watched the trash content and he made money. But in reality, if you take a look at him and his life, now that these things are coming out, right? These things are being revealed about his life and things behind the scenes. This guy's fucking miserable, right? His family life fell apart. His business is falling apart. All his relationships have fallen apart. And so his attacking me over the years was literally projecting his I'm better than you attitude on me, when in reality, my life was getting better behind the scenes and his was falling apart. You see? And that's why people like that act like that. You see? But he knew that if he focused on me being bad, the light would be off of him. Plus, he'd be feeling better about himself, right? And I think they're all like that. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how many subs you have, how many views you have, and how much money you make. Are you happy? Right? Because I'm a firm believer that if you are happy, you would not be bringing down others around you. You'd be so busy with content that makes you happy, with things in your life that make you happy, you wouldn't want to bring down others, right? That's my opinion anyway, and that's why I don't do it. I don't sit here crapping on people constantly. I'm only doing it when people bring it up or someone brings me into the situation. Like Rich has been bringing me up recently, really nasty stuff. And it's like, yeah, I'll respond to it then. But I got shit to do, man. I've got games to play. I got chill stuff to do with you guys. This is more important to me than sitting here reacting to a bunch of these idiots on the internet, right? And so I think what's happened is in the last 3 or 4 years, there's been a division, especially when I refuse to be involved with Keemstar and his Lolcow bullshit, right? So what happens is you get the division and people are like, wait a minute, Phil is not who everyone says he is, right? They want you to believe he is because that benefits them. Then they can make more content and laugh or whatever. But he's not, right? He has nothing to do with this whatsoever, right? So leave him alone. And I think that guys like at the Kino Casino, these are guys over on Kick. Yes, they react to content. There's drama content. I mean, they've been reacting to the big Mr. Beast situation that's been going on recently. They react to the Boogie situation. They react to review tech stuff. And it's funny because they react to me too. And I've watched the stuff that they've said about me. Okay? I've watched it. Some of it's unfair, I feel. Like there was actually a whole segment they did a week or two ago saying I had a midlife crisis. But if you actually listen to it, it's all misinformation. It's them having really incorrect notions about me. And then kind of, going off of that for comedic purposes. I don't find that offensive. Why? Because these guys, all right, when they're saying that stuff, they're not literally sitting there trying to ruin my life. It's kind of a joke. And I watch it, and you know what? I laugh at it too. Like, for example, the other day, they reviewed me reviewing the Feastables bar from Mr. Beast. And they made fun of me, but they also made fun of the candy. They did all that. It was entertaining. These guys are not sitting here to be malicious to me. And that's why I think that they're different. They've actually taken a look at the situation, and as outsiders, because they haven't been involved in it, as outsiders, they can see what's equivalent and what's not. And they're like, Phil is not like all these other people who people are trying to group him in with. He's not trying to capitalize on the lolcow culture bullshit. He doesn't want to be involved with Keemstar and his bullshit. He just wants to be left alone, but people won't leave him alone. They bring up the same tired shit for 4 or 5 years. One of the interesting things they said the other day, because the other day was the marathon, right? And I'm sitting here, and one of my trolls was in the chat, and they go, oh, you bought a new car. All right? Now, for the record, no, I haven't bought a new car. I don't have credit or money to buy a car. Okay? I don't need a new car. My car is still fine. 2017 car, it's still fine. I'll probably have it still for a while before I consider looking for a new car. And I said, no, I didn't get a new car. I don't know why you would even bring that up. Or, like, I don't even understand. And the few people that were in the chat from Kino Casino, they all said it together. They said, who cares if he bought a new car? How is that your business? If Phil works, makes money, and decided to buy a new car, how the hell does it have to do anything with you? Why would you ask on his stream? Why would you be in his personal shit? Like, what are you talking about? And the person immediately was like, oh shit, and got thrown the fuck out, and that was it. And I was like, wow, these people actually stuck up for me. Like, they actually had a realist take. Instead of everything being drama, drama, drama about Phil, they actually saw it from a realistic perspective. Like, what the fuck cares? Even the thing is, and I've told you guys many times over the years, all the shit that's said about me usually is based on a nugget of truth that then gets extrapolated into a world of bullshit, right? Have I ever played mobile games? Yes. Have I spent money on mobile games? Yes. 99% of the stuff said out there about me playing mobile games is a lie. But it's like I've said, I would much rather have the devil I know than the devil I don't. Right now, if I were to open up all my accounts and prove to you that everything was false, people would use the information I just showed you to hurt me further in other ways. I've been through the whole mobile game slander for 4 years. I don't care. It doesn't affect me anymore, right? It doesn't bother me. So I'd rather have that slander continue over here, because it's bullshit, than have a whole new can of worms opened up. Do you see? I've weighed and balanced this many times. I've talked to professionals. I've talked to lawyers about it. And they're saying, you're doing the right thing. Okay? The funny part about it is, even if it was true, it's still none of anyone's fucking business. But it's not true. But if it were, it still wouldn't be anyone's business. I should still be able to spend my money however the fuck I want. I could have 10 Tesla Cybertrucks in my backyard, right? I could have an entire dancing line of WWE wrestlers doing my lawn right now who I handpicked to do it. It doesn't matter. That's my money. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? How is this anyone's fucking business? And I agree with these people. I'm like, you know what? I never thought about it like that because I've been under attack for so long that for me, I'm so used to being under attack. It's like, well, I never want to talk about it ever. But now I start to think about it. I'm like, you know, these people are right. It's no one's fucking business or anything, right? Like, what are you talking about? So I think what's happened is now you get guys like Kino Casino and others. It's not just them. I get the feeling there's others out there now who are looking at the situation and they're like, this is the dumbest thing. How do you keep bringing up Phil's name? They see guys like Review Tech. They see guys like Keemstar who can't keep my name out of their mouths. And they're like, why do they keep bringing up Phil? Honestly, because they're so upset with the fact that I'm still here. I'm not involved with their bullshit drama circles, but I still make a living and I'm still successful. I'm fulfilled in my life. Happy. They can't stand that. You understand? Because their whole thing is misery, bringing down others for personal gain. And they can't bring me down. So they hate me because of that, right? Kino Casino guys have been very nice to me, all right, in the last week. And I've only spoken with them a couple of times. And we've had some really nice conversations. I'll just say that. And I don't want to commit to anything because I'm not going to. I refuse to. But the way I see it is, you know, you take it slow. Obviously, when you're involved with a new group of people, you want to be sure that the best interests on both sides are there, right? And so if maybe I do something with these guys in the future, it will be planned. You'll know about it, okay? And I mean like something formal. I don't mean, oh, you know, some of you guys drop into my stream or maybe I drop into their stream. That's casual, right? I mean like planning something out where maybe we'll actually work together on something, you know, in a capacity. Let's plan it together. Let's work on it together. Let's make sure that it works and stuff. And we'll work that out, right? There's a possibility we might do something over the summer. I don't know, right? But at the same time, I want to be sure that it's the best interests of me. I'll tell everyone in chat, FYI, I'm having a blip in my internet. Okay, it's coming back now. There we go. It's back now. Okay, so with the side scrollers thing, the idea was I was going to go on their show and be a guest and have fun. We were going to talk about topics. We were going to hang out, shoot the shit. It wasn't supposed to be an interview. All of a sudden, because my detractors contact them and flood them with requests, it becomes a giant interview that they use to propel themselves to internet attention and stardom. And since then, basically, they've done nothing but benefit from that stupid interview, right? Well, the whole idea here is Kino Casino is talking to me and they're like, we don't have any intention of that at all. Like, why is it that you can't have fun on the internet with anyone? Why is it that every time that you attempt to have fun, someone tries to thwart it? That's fucked up. I agree. I can't just hang out with someone and have a casual time and have fun. Every time that I go to do a stream with Brian and play casual Street Fighter, my fucking dumb fuck mentally ill insane haters have to flood his chat with insane amounts of toxic negativity about memes about me and awful things and terrible things about viewers and stuff. What the fuck? What's wrong with them? They're nuts, you know? So every time I try to do this stuff, they have to interject themselves, right, into it. Well, I think that Kino Casino's smarter than that. And they know the bullshit that's there, and they'd rather be fair, and that's nice. So we'll see what happens, all right? And I want to say thank you to this person who's from Kino Casino coming by, being nice, right? So nice. I mean, what $100 tip is crazy. I mean, I didn't even know about these guys until like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. Someone had mentioned them in chat, saying that they were talking about me, and then I found that clip where they were referencing Rich, and basically, you know, I referenced that clip then, and then we kind of gone back and forth for like the last week. Listen, so far, I've seen absolutely nothing but positivity from these guys, right? And by the way, rest assured, I'm going to be careful because I've told you guys, I'm going to be careful with this community. I care about all you guys who come to my content and watch it every day. I want to make sure that anything that I get involved with, it's not going to negatively affect this community in any way. That's more important to me that we maintain our positive community than to just get some kind of a temporary boost in attention because I'm on someone's show or they're on mine or whatever. I want you to understand that. At the same time, this has been a completely different experience. This is not, oh, so DSP is interested in talking with us or whatever, let's turn this into a full fucking 10-ring circus with every single person who's never liked him on the show. Let's interview him for 7 hours. Let's then make weeks and weeks of content after the fact to milk it and his haters. It's like, what? That's what gets me, is like, how do people not understand the difference between all I wanted to do was be a guest on Side Scrollers. They turned that into an unlimited time interview, which I agreed to. And then after giving them that time and respect, they then went on weeks of milking negativity against me and taking money away from my haters who were so dumb they paid them to shit on me for weeks. And then after the fact of telling me, it's off, you can't be a guest on our show, we don't trust you, fuck off. When the gravy train dried up, then they tried to contact me. Oh, can we play Street Fighter together? Would you like to appear on the show? No, fuck you. What are you, crazy? You treated me like dirt. Why on earth would I come back to your content? You'd have to be an idiot. And the truth is, because they are idiots. They actually thought I would go back. They thought, for like, what would I benefit from that? Right? They're out of their minds, right? So, exactly right. The interview itself, I don't have issue with. Because I knew, again, the devil I know versus the devil I don't. I'd rather deal with the devil I know. So if everyone doesn't believe me about mobile game spending and bullshit, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I've already been through it for 4 or 5 years. I'm okay with it. I'm not going to reveal all my personal information to the internet and then have people all over all my accounts and all my shit. You know what I'm saying? And then it just hurts me and my family. I'm not stupid. Lawyers have told me not to do this. So I'm not going to do it. Okay? In fact, well, I don't really want to spoil. Hold on a second here. I have to blow my nose, guys. Sorry. I have to do this right now. Okay, hold up 1 second. Ugh. Oh my god. Ew. This is so disgusting. I'm sorry, guys. Thank God I turned the camera off. Oh my god. Yuck. Oh, man. I'm not muting it because then you have dead air. Would you rather have dead air? Right? Ugh. Yuck. All right, hold on. Okay. Oh, man. Jade, we all missed you, man. We all did. You're a great guy, and you're fun to be with, and you have a good commentary here in the chat and everything. We missed you when you were out, man. We're glad to have you back. Thanks for coming back, and I hope you feel better as soon as possible. Okay. Let's continue. Okay. What I was saying was, I don't want to spoil this as a topic of discussion or anything, but FYI, I have offered certain people to tell them the entire story of everything going on in my life, but they can't put it on the internet. I was like, I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you literally everything going on with me in the last 5+ years, right? Where my money goes, everything. But you can't put it on the internet because it's just going to be used to hurt me and my family. And I've been told time and time again, no, we don't want to know it then. We'd rather, if we get the full story, we want to be able to publicize it. We want to be able to put it in a video, an interview, a documentary. And I'm like, well, you can't. That's the whole point. Again, the devil you know versus the devil you don't. I know that the whole bullshit story that's out there that is bullshit is harmful, but it's in no way that it's as harmful as if people actually got information about me that could get into all my accounts and my personal shit. It's no one's business there. You understand? So, then fair enough. Everyone hate me for the dumb shit. If you're that dumb and you hate someone for fabricated stuff like that, then go for it and hate on me. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, 100% that's the case, is people just want to get a story to run with for popularity on the internet. They don't actually care about the truth. If they did, someone would have accepted that. You know what I mean? So at this point, like, I'm done offering. I'm not going to offer nobody nothing. I offered that to Craig of the Side Scrollers. I said, I have all the information, and You check your email constantly because if I send it to you, I want to be sure you're getting it. It's not sitting in your mailbox just in case. And he literally came back to me the next day after the interview, after I sent him that night, and he said, well, we don't believe anything you said. We don't care what you send us now. Too bad. You can't be on the show ever again. Basically just a huge insulting email. I was like, wow, that was really worth my time, giving you 5 hours of my time. You realize now you can make a lot of money on it. So you don't even care if I send you the real story. You don't want it anymore, right? So, anyway. Anyway, the point here is, I think people like, not just Kino Casino, I think there's many others, but Kino Casino is kind of coming out. Now, listen, they make fun of me for shit. Good on them. You know what? I bet they're going to tear me a new one. I bet they're going to watch the video of me eating the barbecue from the other day and probably make fun of how awkward I look when I eat. Everyone says I look awkward. I believe you guys. I don't know because I can't see myself eating ever, and I don't go back and watch those videos. I believe you. So I'm sure that they'll probably make fun of me, you know, in a video like that or whatever. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? And, you know, they razz me from time to time. But the fact that they're being nice to me is a change. I literally can't tell you of another content creator that hasn't been like, that has been nice like that to me. You know? So it's a little bit of a different situation, you know? So, anyway. I eat on the side of my mouth. Just like I talk on the side of my mouth at times. Yeah, I don't know why I do that. I don't know why, but I do, I think, right? Just a mannerism. Who knows? It could be a health thing. Who knows? I don't know. Okay. So anyway, we're going to have rewards, but obviously we got to continue on with the show and end it, and then we can figure out what the rewards will be for the actual stream, okay? Oh, man. I received a $2.51 tip. Oh, hold on. So Tony Pankhurst provided the likeness for the curator, but Pip Torrens does the voice and the mocap. But sadly, Tony Pankhurst was the body model, is what you're saying. So, I mean, it still wouldn't be the same, right? You could have the same voice and the same acting, but it definitely wouldn't be the same character. Because you can't use the same body model. The poor guy passed away. That's sad. That's sad, but it's also crazy to think that, like, in modern game making, you're using different body models and stuff for, like, human characters, right? It is, oh my god. I'm a mess today. I'm a big mess today, guys. Ugh. Okay. Oh, delightful. Okay. Continuing on. Someone tipped me $3.47. He says, I'm your age. Why anyone would care what you spend your money on is really strange. You should be allowed to do whatever you want. I don't like how they hate on your wife. It's awful. No one's perfect. Massive respect for your resilience. Thank you. And again, here's the thing. I can understand if I was on stream literally every day, running some kind of a crazy marathon, saying, guys, today I need $1,000. Please, I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to lose everything. My family's going to leave me. We're all sick. We're all dying. Please send me $1,000. Right? Now, admittedly, years and years ago, during my bankruptcy years, right, I actually had no money. Like, everything was going to payments just to pay off things, and I was down to the wire with everything. And there were a couple times at my weakest where I did marathon streams where I actually was fundraising, and that money was going to the important stuff, okay? If you haven't noticed, I don't do that anymore. It's been many, many years since I did any kind of a crazy fundraiser. In fact, over the last several years, people say, why don't you do a fundraiser stream? And I say, because I don't want to go back to how I was. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to return to someone who only streams to make money and have a goal on stream. We must raise $1,000 on this stream, and, you know, we'll do this crazy thing and this crazy thing. I want to do that, you know? People, here's the thing. You want to call me out for things that happened 5 years ago, 4 years ago. Okay, that was 4 years ago. I've changed. Things got better, right? Things got better. You haven't seen me do those activities ever again. But that's the thing. The people who don't like me because they benefit from slandering and defaming me, to them, something that happened once in the past is universal. Because Phil did something that could be seen as deplorable or irresponsible or embarrassing in the past. Obviously, that's forever. Like, for example, for Rich, oh, you see, Phil had his accident in 2016. That's forever him. No, it's not. In fact, since that happened, okay, I've changed who I am as a content creator. Now I'm an interactive live streamer who does a variety of content, massively improved what I do, all my equipment, everything, right? I've met my wife, and I'm now married and have a happy home life, right? I got out of depression. Everything in my life has improved in the last 8 years. To Rich, today is the same as 8 years ago. Exactly the same day. Nothing's changed. Haha, make fun of Phil. Why? Because that's his life. You understand? That's his life. He's stuck in a rut. So to him, every day is the same miserable shit experience. So he has to project that onto others to make himself feel better. That's the kind of person he is. And that's what he's trying to deal with me in that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's how fucked up it is. I'm so different. I'm such a different guy. I want to change for the better. I don't want to keep making the same mistakes, right? I want to improve. I'm trying to do better. Like, for example, here's really where I've been trying to improve better in the last year. All right? I don't want to involve myself with massive insult wars and drama wars and things like that. I'm trying to keep myself out of that stuff. If I think something's fun to do or interesting and it's not going to be harmful for myself or the community, that's different. But I don't want to be involved in back and forth and insult wars and shit. It doesn't get anywhere, right? So I've really just ignored a lot of the nonsense that's happened, correct? In addition, I've been trying to make myself better so that if I have a slow day, I don't sit here and be like, oh, it's the end of the world. The sky is falling because I had a day where I didn't make much money on stream or anything like that. I used to be like that all the time. And now what I'm trying to do is just calm down and be like, everyone's going to have a bad day. Everyone might have a couple bad days. Now we see a pattern. Like if I'm playing a particular game and that game doesn't do well over and over, now you see a pattern. Now you figure out, do we play it less? Do we change the time slot? But I try to talk with you guys matter-of-factly about this stuff, right? That's different than it used to be. Oh my God, why didn't you guys support? I can't believe it, right? That's different. Now, I have weekdays. I have days where it does bother me. And it's my fault that I have those weakness moments. And then I talk about this stuff, right? Well, I'm trying to do better. And I think I will do better over time. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of learning. It's a matter of not feeling afraid anymore. Because for a long time, I was afraid that if I had a bad week, man, I can't pay bills this week. And now something goes overdue, interest accrues, late fees, what's not getting paid now? Can I afford to do this or that, which are things I need to do, right? That's a scary feeling, and I was in that for years. And I'm out of that now, but I still get those feelings. You know what I'm saying? I'm not used to people treating me nicely. I'm just not. My viewers, my longtime fans, they're a staple, very supportive group. And that's why I'm here, right? I'm not used to outsiders from that group coming by and actually saying nice things and being nice and being supportive. I'm just not. It feels weird. It feels like, it almost feels like, do you trust it? Because again, every time it seems like I trust it, and it seems like someone might have my best interest in mind, then they come back to bite me and they screw me. And it's happened many, many times over the years. So, question is it the next time? It's a big step for me to move forward and trust someone and say, hey, these guys at Kino Casino are being nice to me, and their viewers are being nice to me. I want to trust them. I want them to come by and hang out and be part of the group. And, I want to, give those guys the benefit of the doubt. But, do you take that step? Do you not take that step? I don't know. I don't know. It's a challenging thing, right? My fault is that I'm too trusting, says Bill. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I think I've talked enough, right? So I've said my piece on all of this. Of course, this will be clipped and referenced 5,000 times. I'm sure.